It is a operating system.
Okay.
Like Windows is one kind of operating system, so Linux is.
Yeah, correct. So Linux is a operating system. Now, what is operating system then? Okay. So operating system is an intermediate between the software and the hardware. Okay. So in our systems we have software, but that software will not work without the help of operating system. So in a system there should be at least one operating system. So operating system is nothing but it's an intermediate which will pass the program. If you are working with the computer, how he will know what work you want to do? If you want to write, how he will know that you want to write? So it will write. If you want to play a song, it will play a song for you. So that is what operating system does. It simply change whatever, I mean, human readable language, it changes into the binary language so that computer will understand. And then whatever it throws the output in the binary language, that it converts into the human readable language. That is what the main work of operating system. Okay. So Linux is free and open source operating system. It's completely free and open source. Now why I have written free? Because for Windows, Mac or different operating systems we require their key, right? They are not freely available. But if I talk about Linux, it's completely free. And open source here, what I mean is anyone across the globe can download the Linux, its source code file, its ISO file, anyone can download. That is why it's completely free and open source operating system. Now, like different operating system have their own versions. In same manner, Linux also have its own versions. So I'll write some names like Red Hat is there, Ubuntu is there, Linux Mint is there. Many are there, and from these versions, we're gonna use Ubuntu. Why? Because it is more user friendly and it supports all the commands. So let me write here introduction. Okay, and from that Ubuntu also, which file we require? We require 18.04. This is the source code file which we have downloaded. Why 18.04? Let me tell you. This is not the latest version. This is the previous version of Linux, but still we are preferring this 18.04. Why? Because it is more user friendly and all the commands supports in the Ubuntu 18.04. The latest one is 20.04, but still we prefer 18.04 because when we upgrade some commands which is required for NGS, okay, some tools which is required for NGS, those don't work well in the latest version. Yeah. Now let's discuss. You must have this question inside your mind that why we are not doing this NGS application in your own system,
Hmm.
right? In your own
Yeah.
operating system. Yeah. So let me give you some reasons for that. Okay. So if I talk about Linux, why we have chosen Linux? Because all the NGS tools which are there, those tools are built in Linux environment itself. Also, these NGS tools are more compatible it is more compatible with Linux. Hence, NGS tools works very well inside the Linux environment. Third one is what? Now, this is the main reason why we use Linux and not other operating system. So, if you're gonna work with NGS, the file which you'll be using as the raw data in the start of the NGS, those files are in very huge size. Okay, they are in 4 GB, 5 GB. This is the very large size file. These are very large file size, and to work with them is become it becomes very difficult task to work with such files. Why? Because they are very huge, and if you want to retrieve one kind of information from such file, it becomes difficult in different other operating system like Windows or Mac. Why? Because the file size is very huge. If you want to retrieve, let's suppose one thing you want to perform or one step you have to perform in the NGS. So for that you have to open that file, search from it, retrieve that data, do the copying, pasting. Lots of stuff is there. But here in the Linux, Linux is more towards command line instead of GUI. Okay, we can perform all the
Mm.
tasks what we do with the help of GUI. All the tasks we can also perform with the help of commands. Hence, Linux is more preferable. And the commands of the Linux are very powerful commands. Okay, there are very powerful commands like if any head is there, grep is there, tr translate is there, so sed is there. So these commands are very powerful, and if we uh, use them without even opening a file, it will give you all the output you want. It will retrieve the data from the file without even touching that file, without opening that file. It can do copy paste retrieval of the data. If any specific line you want to retrieve, that also you can do with the help of the commands. So the commands of Linux are very powerful commands, and it is also easy to learn because as the name suggests, their work is there. Okay, so anyone can easily work with Linux. It's just that you must know, I mean, little practice is required, 1 2 times, and that's it. You are good to go with the Linux. Okay, so third reason I must write bulk or batch data handling, can easily handle security. Now if I talk about security, so in the Linux we don't require any antivirus to be downloaded in the system. Hence Linux is very much secure. We don't require anything, I mean, like the antivirus to be downloaded in our system. Okay, now let's talk about installation. installation. We can do the installation of the Linux by two ways. One is VirtualBox. Second is with dual or single boot. So VirtualBox. So installation we can do by the VirtualBox. I mean how? What is VirtualBox now? So VirtualBox is a small box which will create the virtual environment inside your system. Okay. So it will create the virtual environment inside your system, and it acts like small computer within your computer. So whenever you wanna work with the Linux, at that time you can open the VirtualBox and you can easily work with it. Whenever you done, you have to simply shut down that small box. Okay, and then you can continue with your own operating system. And simultaneously also you can work. And what is then dual and single boot? So here for VirtualBox I can write computer within computer. Okay, clear with this?
Yes.
And here in the VirtualBox we're gonna do the installation with this source code file Ubuntu 18.04. So VirtualBox is simply a box. Inside that we're gonna install the Linux with the help of this file Ubuntu 18.04, and this is the source code file. This is the version which we're gonna install. Next is dual or single boot. Now what is mean by dual boot? So dual boot is nothing but the when your system is not able to uh, have the VirtualBox, or VirtualBox is not working properly, that time we go with the dual boot. Now what is dual boot? So dual boot is nothing but whenever in one system there will be two operating systems. That is what the dual boot. So when the system will start, at the start only, in the dual boot system it will ask you what operating system you want to work with, so that you can select and you can work. Once you are done, if let's suppose you want to work with another operating system, again restart it, again it will ask you, choose that option and work. This is what the dual boot. And dual booting we can't do. For that you have to ask to your nearby computer shop and they'll do it. We can't do it. And single boot is what? One operating system in one single system. That is what single boot is. Okay. Now let's do the installation, because installation takes lot of time, at least 20 to 30 minutes. Yeah, so let's open the VirtualBox. Okay, so this is the VirtualBox, and here you can create multiple profiles. So I will create the profile for Linux. Okay, so let's create a small computer kind of a thing in which we gonna install the Linux, that we call it as profile. So let's click on new to create the profile, and the name we can give anything. I will just give Ubuntu, and let's see in which drive you have the more space. D drive. let's go in the D. Ubuntu 64-bit, I'll say next. Yeah. So the recommended memory size is 1024. We give almost half of this. So 4096, that is fine. Hard disk. So it will create the virtual hard disk. Virtual hard disk means like the virtual environment it will create. So that is the VDI, VirtualBox disk image, and dynamically allocated. Yeah, and size will give 100 GB.
100 GB is required, or like
Required.
how to decide that required?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what work you are doing. Here for demo, we are minimum, minimum we require 100 GB. Why? Because the Ubuntu file is only of 2 GB. You have seen yesterday, right? That file which we have
Mm.
downloaded, that is only of 2 GB. And the files of uh, NGS also are very huge file size. So minimum 100 GB we give. And in each and every
What
step,
if I want to,
say,
hello?
yeah,
What if I want to continue further with this Linux system in this PC? Then is it sufficient, or
yeah, you can, if it is giving
then
any problem, then you can increase the size also.
okay?
Go in the settings, you can do all the things. Yeah, so this is the profile we have created Ubuntu. Now see, it is saying power off. We have to start it. It is like the computer now. This is the Ubuntu profile. So let's start. So whenever you want to work with the Linux, you have to come here and click over here and say start. So it will start the system. See, a window has come. It is the small computer kind of thing. So let's select that source code file. It is asking us to select that file. So let's add it as we don't have that file. Downloads. Choose. Yeah. Start. Let's increase the size of this box. Settings. Display. So first time, as it is the first time we are installing the Linux inside it, it will take time. I'll do the change again in the size, because scroller got added, so display. So here, so Wi-Fi, everything should be connected inside this Linux. So I'll say yes. Erase disk and install Ubuntu. I'll say install. Continue. You are in India, right?
Mm.
Okay. Yeah. Give your name, password. Confirm. Correct. Yeah. So now it will take time. It will read all the file. Okay. So what we'll do till then, I will switch the side. Let's see the basic commands. Because after installation, there is basic commands are there which you must know before
Mm.
going for NGS application. Because if there you are handling the Linux, you must know how to use the Linux. So as we have lot of time, we can easily nicely practice the basic commands. And after basic commands, we're gonna see the installation of NGS tools. So let's see basic commands first, and then we're gonna say NGS tools application. So as my system is a Linux system, in your system it is installing. So let it
Mm.
install, it will take time. So basic commands we can perform in my system. So I will switch this side. Okay. Let me check how it is looking in your system. Okay. So once it will complete the installation, the system will look like this. So this is your home page. I mean, yes, and here you will get the buttons to turn it off. See, power off, start, cancel. Here you will get the information. This is the menu bar. I mean menu where it shows the all the applications and frequently used applications also it will show. And this bar we call it as favorite bar. So on this favorite bar, whatever thing you are using, that it will keep over here, that it will show. Once you will close it, it will go. But if some things you wanna keep as it is, okay. So at that time, we can pin those tools. For example, terminal. Okay. So now I'm closing it. Still, it is here. Why? Because it is added to the favorite bar. But if I say remove from favorite, it is not here. If you are using any application again and again and you want to use it more frequently, then you can use it. Okay. So in this favorite bar, whatever thing you are using, that it will keep over here, that it will show. Once you will close it, it will go. But if some things you wanna keep as it is, okay. So at that time we can pin those tools. For example, terminal. Okay. So now I'm closing it. Still it is here. Why? Because it is added to the favorite bar. But if I say remove from favorite, it is not here. If you are using any application again and again and you want to use it more frequently, can say right click add to favorite, and now I will close. It is still here. So you can add whichever tool you require the most. Yeah, so this is what the favorite bar is. This is where we search Firefox. This is like the word in Linux, only the names are different. So here we call it as LibreOffice Writer. This is the folder where all the folders are there. I will show you. See, home. By default, it will be home. Then
Mm.
desktop, document, downloads, like that. Yeah, this is what LibreOffice Calc, like the Excel. LibreOffice Calc. So in Windows, we write the command in CMD in the command prompt. But here in the Linux, we write the commands in terminal. Okay, so this is the terminal. So let's start with the commands. Slowly we'll go because we have lot of time, and you can also type it. And if you don't understand anything, you can ask me. Okay?
Mm.
Yeah. So first command is pwd, and yeah, in the Linux, when we use the commands to the folders, we call the directories. Okay, so one folder to another folder you want to go. That time we'll say from directory to directory how we can move. So pwd print working directory. So it will print your working directory, which means in which directory you are currently present. That it will show to you. So by default, the current directory is what? Home. Can you see orange?
Mm.
So by default, the parent directory is always home. So whenever you open the new terminal, fresh terminal, that is from the, that will be the parent directory or the home directory always. Now press enter. See, it's home. Add a J. Now next command is who am I?
Who am I?
Yeah,
MAMI.
yeah. Who am I? So this will tell you who is the user. As we have created the profile, right? Now it has
Mm.
asked you to give your name. So that name it will display who is using it. So press enter, arrange. Okay, so inside
Mm.
your system it will give your name, whatever you have given. So it will print Kalyan. Yeah. Next is uname. So uname will tell us which operating system we are using. So that's Linux. Okay, so these are the basic commands. Now let's see how, I mean, from now whatever commands we'll see, those are usable commands. Those you can use it while you can working with the Linux. Okay. So the first command is to create the directory. Let's say you want to create the folders. Okay, but without going anywhere. I mean, these many folders are there, right? So from
Mm.
let me delete this one. So these many folders are present over here. Home, desktop, document, download. So in one of them you want to create the folders like this. Instead of coming here saying new folder, then writing the name. With the help of terminal only we can do all the things. How? So to create the folder we say make directory. Make directories, that is mkdir, and the folder name, let's say directory 1, any name we can give, and at a time multiple folders you can create. So I will say directory 1, directory 2, directory 3. At a time 3 we can create and say enter. So let's check whether it got created or not. Right? It is there. 1, 2, 3. Correct?
Okay. Like that means we have put directory 1, 2, 3. So like those names. So
Yeah.
if we want a different name, then put the name.
We can give any name we can give.
Here only in command only we have to give name.
Yeah. Correct. So this is what the power of the Linux. With the help of commands only you can do all the things. Now to check we have to go again and again in folder, right? If we do anything, whether it got created or not. So we can also see the files and folders which are present in my directory with the help of ls command. ls, which will
Else.
list, yeah, it will list us down all the files and folder names which are present in my directory. So right now we are in home directory, right? So it will
Hmm.
print all the names of files and folders which are present in my home directory. So press enter. See, these many files and folders are there, and directory 1, directory 2, directory 3.
Hmm.
But why they are in different colors?
Hmm.
So you can distinguish easily by the colors which one is the file, which one is the folder, because in my directory some are folders, some are files, right?
Hmm.
So the same name it has given. So whatever you can see with the blue color, those are folders. See, directory 1, 2, 3, those are nothing but the folders. Directory, so directories it will show with the blue color, and white color is for files. Any file is there, so that it will show with the white color. If any compressed file is there, compressed means zipped file,
Hmm.
any kind of zip, see, dot zip, dot deb, so that it will show with the red color. Compressed file, any compressed or zipped file. And if any file to which it has permissions, all the permissions, that it will show with the green color. If it has all the permission, it will show it in the green color. Now there are various options for ls command. Let's go on the bottom. Now if I say ls, let's see the option hyphen l. So ls hyphen n will give the long listing of file. It will give long listing of file. So what I mean by long listing? Some information. See now, some columns it has given us along with the name of the file and folder. Same names it will give, but for them it is given some information. Let's see one by one each column. So in first column, I mean this one, this column, this first one, this column is about the permissions. Now what kind of permission? Read, write and execute permission, and the permission will be for three peoples: owner, group and public. owner, group, and public. Okay, so any folders is there. Okay, like this. If any blue color folders are there, those starts with the D. If any file is there, it starts with the dash. Okay, so D for directory, file is with dash. And as I said, permission will be for three people: owner, group, and public. So let's assume for this Anaconda 3 file folder it is, hence it is directory written D. So for this Anaconda file, read, write, and execute permission is there for owner. Okay, read, write, execute. For the group, read and execute permission is there. Only read and execute. And for public, also read and execute permission is there and not the write permission. Okay, like this we have to read one by one. So see, for this green, as I told you, it is for, I mean, the green color files are the file to which all the permissions are there. See, read, write, execute, read, write, execute, read, write, execute for all the people, owner, group,
Hmm.
and public. Hence it is in green. Okay. Now, second column. Second column is about the hard links which are associated with hard disk. If any hard links are there which are associated with hard disk, those they have represented with this second column. Okay, which means this folder is associated with what all different folders, is any different folders are present inside it. So those one by one connections are called hard links. Now this is the name what we give: owner name, user name. So now what is this column? This is the size of the file in bytes. Okay, so size of the file it will give us in the bytes. After that, here the date and time it will give to us. Okay, the last modification, date and time. So date is March 5 and it's time 14:34. And in the last column, name of the file itself it will give. So this is what ls hyphen l. Yeah, now write clear. Now see, we are at the end of the terminal and it
Hmm.
becomes very, I mean, why to make mistake if we can clear it? It feels like a
Hmm.
clutter. So write clear.
Clear. I have to write. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, enter. Yeah,
Okay.
now it is fresh.
Okay.
Now let's one more option is there of ls hyphen a. ls hyphen a will give the list of the hidden files. Whichever hidden files are there, those it will show with the hyphen a. See, earlierly those files were not there with the dot. The
Hmm.
file which are prefixed, I mean they have the dot at the start, those files are the hidden files. They are not present in the directory. If you'll go and check, hence earlierly it won't be able to see. But now when we say hyphen a, it will show all the files including hidden files. Now from where I'm getting this different options for the command, you can also get those options. How? When you open the manual of the command. Okay, So to open the manual of any command, what we type is man. So type
Mac.
man, manual, man
Man. Okay.
space.
And
Yeah,
space.
so as we want to open the manual of ls, let's say we want to open the manual of ls. So man, we want to open the manual and the command name. So the command name is ls.
LS. So
Yeah,
LS.
ls. Enter. See. Now this is the manual of this ls command. So it will first will give you the name of the command. So ls stands for list directory content, and how to use this command, that also it will give the dummy command to you. So ls options. So what kind of options you can use? These options. And also if you want to specify any file, I mean now we have not specified any file name, but for any specific file you want to see only its let's say long listing, you can give the file name also beside that. So hyphen a is for all, we have seen. So many are there, we can try one by one. Hyphen l, long listing format, like that many are there. And once you are done, you can read it. Once you are done, how to close the manual? With the help of q. Press q. So manual got closed. So it is very useful. You can check, open the manual, try different options, check what kind of output it gives. Okay, now we'll see how we can move from one directory to another directory. Okay, so for that we have already used this in the blast, remember? Cd,
Hmm.
change the directory. So cd, let's say from the home, desktop documents download, so many folders are there, I want to go in the desktop. So the name as they have written, in the same manner I have to written. If any spelling mistake, it will throw the error. Even the caps and small matters over here, it is case sensitive. So cd, I'll write desktop and enter. Now from this desktop, let's go. I have said ls. So Pratibha. Let's go in the folder Pratibha. So cd Pratibha. And also in the manner which I have showed you, I'll say clear. Now see, can you see the path? I am into desktop and inside
Desktop.
that I am into Pratibha. And also you can write the path as we have written in the blast. How to copy the path inside the Linux, that I will show you. Let's suppose now I want to go in this Anaconda folder. How to copy the path inside the Linux? I will right click and simply I will say copy. And this Anaconda is in downloads,
Hmm.
not in the desktop and not in Pratibha. Let's go on the terminal. I'll give the path.
Paste. Hmm.
See, I'm into Anaconda. It is in home Anaconda. Okay. So tilt means the home directory. Now I want to go back again in the my previous directory wherever I was present. Okay, let's
Hmm.
suppose you have come over here to do some changes. You have done it in the Anaconda file. And now you wanna again go in your working directory. Yeah, now see, if you'll press here pwd, print the working directory.
Hmm.
It will give the path. You are into the home origin Anaconda. So now let's suppose you want to go in your previous directory. So what was our previous directory? desktop Pratibha, right?
Hmm.
Before this Anaconda. So in that previous directory, if you want to go, so cd hyphen and I'll say enter. See, now again we are into see desktop Pratibha. Let's assume now only one step back you have to go, which means in the folder there are many folders. Inside that again the folder is there. So only one step back you have to come. For example, here we are into desktop and Pratibha. One step back I wanna move. Right from Pratibha, let's suppose I wanna go on the desktop.
Hmm.
How will go? So I will say cd double dot. Okay, and I'll say enter. Okay, understood this much?
Yes.
Okay. One more is there cd. Let's suppose wherever you are present, anywhere, and from that position, you want to go in your home directory. At that time, cd tilt. That is what tilt is over here, no? Home.
Tilt.
Cd
Okay.
tilt. I'll say enter. Now see, again we are in the home directory.
Home directory.
Yeah. So this was about the changing the directory. Now let's say I want to remove any folder. I want to delete a folder. For deleting the folder, the command is rmdir. For making mkdir, for deleting or for removing, rmdir is there. And the folder name. Let's say directory 3 I want to delete from my home directory. Okay, first I will show you ls directory 123 present. Now let's say rmdir remove the directory 3. Let's say ls. See, it got
Hmm.
deleted. Sure, also it is not present. See, whatever will do changes over here, that will display over here. I will say clear. Yeah, so this was about the directories, about the folders. Now let's talk about files. If you want to create the file, delete, change, copy, how we can do it. So for creating the files, we use gedit, gedit, and the file names. So file name we can give any name with any extension. So as we're gonna deal with the sequences, I will give the pasta as the extension. Yeah. See, uh, the pop-up got opened of the files to write the content. So let's write the content inside it. H1. I am maintaining the flow of the pasta. I'll say save control S B. Inside the B, I'm gonna keep H3, H4, C5, H5, save and close. Now I will say ls. Where are those files? So see, a dot pasta, b dot pasta, c dot pasta, right?
Hmm.
Now I want to move these files. All the files I want to keep in one folder. Okay, how I can keep? Let's say these three files A, B, C. I want to keep it in directory one folder. So for that, I can use mv command. Move. Move command is there, which will move the files in the folder. So how we can do it? Move command and the name of the file. Let's say a dot. Now I have written only a. I will press tab. See, automatically the name got completed. So tab, when we use tab, when you know that your file name is unique of the character. So with the C, so many files are there. But after C, if dot is there, so for sure that is the pasta. So it will print when you press the tab pasta. Okay. So it saves the time basically. So C dot pasta tab. Okay. Understood the tab thing?
If it is FASTA file, then only that format is there, na? A dot something. And if it is
Yeah.
not FASTA,
Fast.
then how? What is the format for file name?
Any file you can create, no? Like txt dot txt it will be.
Okay, then I have to write dot txt and then file name in comments or
Yeah, whatever file name is there, it will take that file. For example, I will show you here. Now only C is there and press tab
hmm.
again. Yeah, so it gives you the option. With the C, these many files are there. Which file you want to write it? So you will see which file we wanna keep take. So C dot faster. So what is the next character which is unique? So dot. So
Hmm.
press dot. Now press tab. See.
FASTA.
So automatically it will write the complete name of the file. Okay. Now with this move command, we have taken the file names. These files I want to move inside the folder. So that folder path we have to give. So whenever you want to move something, that folder path we have to give. So I'll say copy. I want to keep it in directory one. I'll paste the path. Home arrows in directory one and press enter. Now see ls hyphen a, sorry, a dot pasta, b dot pasta, and c dot pasta is not present here, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. So it is not there now. So where it could be? So we, as we have shifted it, let's go inside that directory one. So can you show me how we'll go in directory one?
Yeah. I have to copy that address, no,
You can
and
go by
paste it
the
here.
address also, and also as we are already in the home folder, you can directly write cd and the name of the folder.
CD and name of the folder.
Yeah. Folder name is directory one. dir.
Directly I can write directory one. Okay. And enter.
Yeah. Yeah. Now to check which files and folders are there, which command we use?
To check.
Now
Uh,
we want to check which files and folders are present in directory one. We want the list, right?
ls ls hyphen l for but that is
ls
for long list.
long list, only
Hmm.
ls. Now we want to check whether those files are present or not. So
Hmm.
ls.
Only ls.
So write ls a
A
b
dot
and
pasta.
a b and c.
C.
Yeah, so it is present in directory 1 now. I will show you from here also. See, if I
Mm.
open, the content is there. Okay. Now, as we have created the files, with the help of MV, we can also, I'll say first
Mm.
ls. Now, with the help of MV, we can also rename the files. How we can rename? So, let's see. I want to rename the c.fasta with d.fasta. Okay. So, the file name which we want to rename and its new name. Enter ls. See, from C it got renamed as d.fasta. Okay.
Oh, I will. Should I try
Yeah.
like D again? I'm renaming
C.
with A.
Yeah.
A
A we can't give. A
MV.
is already present. Again you can
Okay.
make it C.
Okay. So MV D pasta D dot
Tab.
D dot pasta with C dot tab.
No. Here giving you are giving the new name. You have to write it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And enter.
Yeah.
And again ls.
Yeah. Check. See D to C.
Mm.
One more is there. Now let's say we want to copy the content from one file to another. Like the MV, same command is there, but instead of MV, CP is there. Now use the command to copy the content from one to another.
Okay.
CP,
CV
CP,
CP.
yeah,
Okay. Copy.
space,
Mm.
any file, let's say a.pasta.
A dot.
Yeah, this a.pasta's content I want to copy in different file. So give the file name.
B
Let's
dot
say,
pasta.
yeah, no, no, these new file.
Okay.
D.pasta. D is not there, no? Let's write D.pasta.
Okay. Here we have to choose different file name. New file name.
File name we can give also the existing, but let's see from the new file
Okay.
first.
D dot D dot enter.
Yeah, now
And
see
again
ls,
enter.
it got created d.pasta.
So
But
how we have to check then whether
yeah,
it has copied
yeah, so to check we have to go on the file and check, open it, right? But
here.
from here also you can check from the terminal.
How?
Go
How?
on the terminal. Yeah. So to check, I mean to get the data on the terminal from the file, cat command we use, cat and the file name,
C8
cat space
space
file name.
file name D dot fasta.
Yeah. D tab. Okay.
Okay.
Clear?
Mm. cat is to check its content.
Yeah, to show the content on the terminal.
Okay, to show content on time.
We also have the manual, so don't worry about it. So we'll provide the manual at the end of the session.
Yeah.
One more, CP, I will show you now. CP, what happens when you provide the already existing file? Now we have given the new file, so it got simply copied it. Let's see what happens when you provide the already existing file. A dot fasta. Let's give now B dot fasta's content. I wanna copy in the already existing file. So already existing file is t dot fasta.
Hmm.
Right? I'll say enter.
Hmm.
Let's say cat d dot fasta. Content got copied, but have you noticed earlierly there was h1 h2, but now
Hmm.
h3 h4, so it is not keeping the earlier content, right? It is overwriting it.
Okay, yeah.
It is replacing it, overwriting it.
Hmm. Hmm.
So that is the drawback when we
Hmm.
give the already existing file. Now same copy function we can do with the help of cat command. Cat have four application. One is to show the content. Second, to copy the data. So how we can copy the data with the help of cat? So cat, the file name, let's say a dot fasta. And when you want to write the content from a dot fasta to the new file, we have to give the symbol greater than symbol. That is the write symbol. It will write the content of a dot fasta into that file name. We can give here also the new file or already existing file. So let's give the new file e.fasta. Okay, and now I will say cat. I will show you the content of e.fasta, whether the data got copied or not. See, from the A to E,
Hmm.
data got copied, but with the help of cat command. I will say clear, and with the help of cat also, when you provide the already existing file, it will do the same what cp command does. It will overwrite the data. Okay, so to avoid that, what if in a file already a content is present, and in the same file you want to write the data just below that, then you can't copy with the help of cp and cat, right? Getting my question?
Hello. Can you repeat?
Yeah. So here, as we have seen, with the help of cp command and the cat command will also do the same. When you provide the existing file for the copy the data, in that file if the data is already present, it will remove it and then copy the data, right?
Hmm.
But what if you want to keep that data and below that the data from another file should copy?
Hmm.
For that there is a third application of cat. So cat and the file name from which you want to copy the data. Let's say from the b.fasta, I want to copy the content, right? I want to append the data. We say the term append in already existing file. Below that, if we want to copy something, that is what the appending the data. So for appending, we use double greater than symbol. Only this much difference is there. Okay, in the copying and appending with the help of cat. already existing file, I will give e.pasta. Okay, understood this command?
Mm.
I'll say enter. Now to check, I have already given this command cat e.pasta. I will press up arrow key to go on previous command. See, cat e.pasta, and I'll say enter. H1, H2, H3, H4, right? One
Mm.
after another. So already there was the content of A were there in e.pasta, H1, H2. But when I said append with the double greater than symbol, it returned the content from B below the H1, H2, right?
Yeah.
So this is the third application. Now fourth application of cat is cat whenever you want to copy the data from all the files. And yeah, and let's say from the two files you want to give copy the content, that also you can do, like a.pasta, v.pasta, c.n, multiple file names. But let's suppose you want to let's take an example. In this directory, whichever pasta files are there, you wanna merge all them together. Okay, you want to make one single file from all those files. You wanna keep all the sequences into one single file. At that time, what you will do, cat and all the files, all the pasta files, you wanna copy their content and make it as a one single file, right? So star you will use instead of writing each and every file's name. Star for all dot pasta. So this extension files, whichever files are there in my directory with dot pasta. Star means all, whatever the name is there of the files. That is what star, all, and the extension is what files? Dot pasta files. Those files I wanna write in the file, I mean new file. So that file name, let's say v dot pass. Say enter. Now cat v dot pasta. See, from all the pasta files, data got copied in v dot pasta.
Mm.
Yeah, so these were the four application of the cat command. Next is head command. Type head space and any file name space
Mm.
delete space
It
right head.
is slow actually.
Yeah, sometimes it lags.
Mm.
Yeah, you just write head, it will come automatically.
It
Space.
is
Oh, wait, I will give the space. And the file name, let's give V. So write V.
V.
Yeah, V dot pasta will give. So V tab.
Mm. Dot and tab.
Tab.
V
Yeah, press
dot
tab. Enter.
V dot.
Okay. So head will give us my default starting 10 lines of the file. From the
Starting
first,
10 lines.
yeah, by default it will give the 10 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See. So whenever, let's say from the file, you have the file, multiple pasta file you have. I mean, as in the NGS, we have multiple sequences present in one single file. And in that file, so many, let's say in 1 lakh sequences are present, and from that you want to retrieve first 10,000 sequences. How you can retrieve it? With the help of this head command. And here by default it will give 10 line, but also you can specify the number. So head
Okay.
hyphen, let's say I want only 4 lines, and the file name v.pasta. I'll say enter. First 4 line only it will print. Okay.
Okay.
Now similarly tell is there. Now as the name suggests tell, it is similar like head, but from the bottom it will read the content. Okay, now let's say v.pasta. By default it will also give us the 10 lines, but from the bottom it will read how 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, and wherever the 10th is at that time it will stop. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, one more is there. Now here also you can specify the numbers. If you know that your sequence is at the end somewhere in the file, you can give this tell command. Let's say 5 I want only 5 lines. I'll say v.pasta. Bottom last 5 lines it will print.
Okay.
Next is grape command. Type grape.
Great.
Yeah. Wait. Let me clear grape.
Okay.
So this grape command is used when you want to identify or retrieve something specific from your file. Okay, let's say you have multiple sequence file, but from that multiple sequence file you want only one single line. I mean a line where one id is there. So how you can retrieve it? With the help of this grep. It is a kind of a identifier. It will identify in the data and it will print those lines wherever the specifier, whatever you have specified, that is present. Okay, if it identifies it, it will print it. Only those lines it will print. So grep, whatever you want to find, that you have to give in the double quotes. Let's say I want to find h1, and the file name I will give b.pasta. Only those line it will print wherever h1 is there. One more example I'll show you. I want to find greater than symbol. So wherever it is present, it will give us those lines only. Let's say only A I want, wherever A is present. So all the
Mm.
sequences, right? Yeah, so it is very useful command in terms of NGS to find something in the file. If let's suppose you want to find only one sequence, you can type its ID, right?
Mm.
The grape. Next is also manually you can use man, grape. You can read more about grape. What all different options are there? So for closing, I'll say Q. After that, WC command is there, word count. WC stands for word count. So it will count the words. I mean, let's see what output it gives. So word count of v.pasta. So first number is about how many total lines are there in this file. So in the v.pasta total how many lines are there? 22.
22.
Yeah. After that, what is there? The next character 22. That is how many characters or words are there. So as in our file, we don't have given the space, right? So it is considering this whole thing as a word,
Okay.
complete word. So total how many are there? 22. 22
22.
lines. So for per each, this one is also kind of one word, right? So per line, per word, so 22. Sometimes it will return as characters, but it will give you the words. Okay, after the 214, this is the size of the file in bytes. And the last one is the file name itself. Again, the options are there: WC hyphen capital L V. What this option will give us? 20 it has written. So this will print the length of the longest line which is present in your file. So we can clearly see this is the longest line and the length is 20. Okay, we see hyphen L. Many options are there, you can check. C will give you only the file size. Hyphen L will give only the how many lines are there. Hyphen capital will give the maximum display width of the longest line, like that. Clear?
Yes.
Yeah. So the next command is translate, TR, and this is also a very useful command when it comes to NGS, when it comes to biology. Let's suppose you have very huge data file, and in that file, if one thing you want to change throughout the data, throughout the file, you can't keep changing each and every position, right? At that time you can use this tr command, that is translate. You can convert that whole complete thing in all the positions. Okay, so how? Let's say tr, as we have the dna data atcg, correct?
Mm.
So let's suppose that t is present most of the times in the data. That
Mm.
t I want to convert into uracil. Okay, that whatever you want to replace it with, that in the next inverted comma, and then here in the greater than symbol, this we call it as input type, and in the input type we have to give the input file name. So let's give a dot fasta as the input file in the input type, and as we're gonna translate it, the output should be stored in another file, right? It can't replace it in the v.fasta. It will store that in the new file, whichever thing we're gonna translate. So that will store in the new file, different file. That file name we have to provide. So let's give any random file name. Let's say s.fasta. Okay, understood this command?
Mm.
I'll say enter. Now let's open this s fasta. See, everywhere
Yeah.
it got converted from T to U. Also this TR we can use for to convert upper to lowercase, lower to uppercase. I will just show you quickly. But I mean now it is in lower, so I will write first lower. and the input file name is the same. New file name, let's give w.pasta and enter. I will cat that fast file w.pasta. See,
Hmm.
I'll say clear now. Now let's talk about zipping of the file. Zipping, unzipping. I'll say L. See, now only files are there, that is why they are into white color. And I told you in the start of the ls command, if any zipped file is there, that it will show in the red color.
Yeah.
So when from the internet you download any zipped file, you can you can uncompress with the help of the terminal also. You can extract it. Okay, so let's see first how to compress the file, how to zip the file first. So for zipping the file, there is a command called gzip, and the file name, let's say a.fasta. I'll show you. The a.fasta file got compressed. That is why it is in red color. I will show you here. Directory 1. See?
Hmm.
And the extension is .gz. And now, whenever you see such files with .gz, how we can uncompress it, how we can extract it? So for that we can use gunzip to uncompressed gunzip, and the file name a.pasta.gz. Okay, and say enter. See, in the same manner, bzip2 is there. We use bzip2 to compress the files in the same manner like the gzip. Only the extension will be different. A.pasta, I will show you. The extension will be bz2. Only the extension will be different. It will compress the file. Now to uncompress a file which is having the extension .bz2. Okay. So to uncompress bun zip 2 and that file name. I'll say ls. See, it got uncompressed now. Correct?
Yes.
Now let's suppose a file we want to compress inside a folder. So at that time we can write tar. Now we're gonna see a file we want to compress inside the folder. So with the help of tar we can do it. So tar hyphen zcvf. What is this zcvf? Z, which means we're gonna compress the file with the help of gzip. This is gzip. So the extension will be to the file gz. C. C will create the new file. It will create the copy of the file which we want to compress, and the copy will then get compressed inside the folder. V is for list the file. It will list the file. F is read the file. F stands for read the file. After that, in this tar command, first we have to give the output folder name, in which folder you want to keep the file. Out, let's say the name is out, and the extension also we have to give. So the extension would be tgz. T tar gz for gzip, right? As we're gonna compress the file with this z. Z is for gzip. So T for tar and gz of gzip. And then input file name. So which file? Let's say a.fast I wanna keep inside that folder. I'll say enter. See, it created the copy of that a.fasta file. Here also it is present, and in the out tgz. See, that is why here it is written a.fasta copy. How to extract such folders now? With the extension tgz. Tar for extract s x, x will be there, and then v f list and read the file, and then out dot tgz. Okay. Yeah, but before that, now how I will come to know that whether we have extracted it or not? It is already present outside. So now I will say rm remove. Whenever you want to delete the file, you will use rm remove and the file name. A.fasta, the outside file, A.fasta, which is present outside, will delete that first. ls. Now see, it is not present here, and this
Mm.
folder is present. And when we say extract with the help of tar, it will not extract the folder. It will extract the file from that folder. The folder will remain as it is. Hence, it is again present over here. So this command is that tar. You know na, we use up arrow key to get the previous commands.
Mm.
Yeah, also you can press the down. Press down arrow to go forward. Yeah, like that. Now press up previous up arrow. Yeah. So tar hyphen xvf out.tgz, I'll say enter. Now I will show you ls. Again it is there. Even we have said delete, it is present, right? Which means this file is not the file which is present earlier. Now it got extracted from this folder. Here the file will be there, okay? It will not go anywhere. When we say extract, it will get extracted, okay? Clear with this?
Can you repeat this tar?
Extract.
Tar, हाँ, both actually compress and extract.
Let me delete that folder. For deleting the folder, what command we use?
RM.
dir.
RM.
Fail to remove out is not a directory. Yeah, it's not a directory. So I'll say please remove, okay, trash. Let's create the extra. I mean, let's compress the file inside the folder. So for that we use the tar
Mm.
zcvf out.tgz and then file name. Now this file a.fasta I want to compress inside this out.tgz, and my tgz, t for tar, gz, as we're gonna compress the file a.fasta with the help of z. Z stands for gzip, so its extension gz. Okay, so for zipping we're gonna use gzip with the help of this z. Okay, clear?
Mm.
Then C is to create the new file. So it will create the new file. When we say enter, this new file got created with the help of this C, and it got compressed inside this folder. V will list the file, F will read the file,
Mm.
and it will create the folder inside which the file will be there. Let's see, it is there. Now to extract file. When we want to extract the file from such folders tgz, again we have to use tar. With the help of tar we want to extract. So X for extract. V and F will be there for read and list the file. And then out.tgz, the folder name to extract. It will extract. Okay. Clear now or any
Hmm.
doubt?
Clear.
Okay. Now let's talk about NGS installation. You must have finished with the installation. Now I will switch the sides. Basic commands we have covered. Say
Restart.
restart. Yeah.
Please remove the installation
Enter.
menu.
So whenever you will start, now how it is starting, it will start like this. Give the password. See, it looks similar like mine system. You can switch it off from here. Yeah, now for the installation, let me write. Installation we can do by two ways. One way is by a repository. Repository means it is very simple. Just with the single command, you can download. So repository, which means if it is already there in the tools, okay, in the Linux, with the help of the command, when you are able to download any tool, that is what the repository. So first you have to check. So to check, if you want to check any packages are there or not, whichever tool you want to download, okay, for that many packages will be there. So to check which package you want to download, you can write this command sudo aptitude search and that package name. Okay, to check which package I should download, this command you will use. And to install any package, once you have confirmed that, okay, let's suppose from the cut adapt is a tool. Okay, it will give you many packages. From that, which package you have to install, that you have choose, like cut adapt. So only this one command is there to install any tool. With the help of the repository sudo apt get install and the tool name, the tool name or the package name you have to give over here. It will install. Now what is this sudo? So this sudo is root access. You are taking the root access to install apt get and aptitude. Those are the managers or drivers, we can say sometimes. So these are the managers or the drivers you are using to do what? Search. It will search. Now to this manager apt-get you are saying what? Install. So it will install. Instead of install, it can be update, uninstall, remove. Okay. So let's do it. And which files? Yeah, let me write that first. Which tools we have to install? So with the help of repository, the tool names I am writing: cut adapt, top hat, BWA, bow type 2. All should be in small. Here it is becoming S capital. Okay, everywhere. It should be in small everywhere. So these many tools, and yours is Denovo, right? So in the Denovo there will be
Mm.
Blast also. Blast. R will be also there, I guess. Okay. And second, with the help of source code. With the help of source code, which means we, if you are using the file, we're gonna install FastQC. So if you're gonna install any file, that time, I mean, from the browser you'll download the file of this FastQC and then you will install it with the help of this file. That is what the source code. You are taking it source code file. So these many tools you have to download. I will just show you one. Scroller is there. We have to minimize the size, I guess. Let's add to favorite. Yeah, see now your name is there.
Mm.
So first is sudo. I will show you. Let's see SAMtools. So to check which packages are there for the SAMtools, always you don't need to search the package. Sudo aptitude search SAMtools. Password. It will not write the password. Only write and enter.
Okay. Command not found.
Yeah. Why? Because aptitude is not installed. To install the aptitude, you again have to do sudo aptitude search. No. You have to do what? Sudo. Now I will show you that. Apt-get install. You have to install the aptitude first in the same manner. Aptitude has no installation candidate. Aptitude. Building dependency trees reading state package aptitude is not available but is referred to by another package. Aptitude has no installation candidate. Let me check this. sudo apt-get update we have to do. Sudo apt-get update. So it will update. It takes time actually. Sudo apt-get install build essential. Now from where I'm getting these commands, I simply searched on the Google the error. Okay, so
Okay.
it showed me some commands. Build essential has no installation candidate. Now again for this there is no installation candidate. So I will take this, I'll say copy and search in the browser. So here in this browser you can search of the Linux. This one it will be on the top or your own. It will give you the commands, which commands you can use. Are we on? I'm not able to. Okay. Last line I'm not able to see actually.
Last?
Can, can you see here the last line where we type?
No. One minute.
Let's close this one. Let's open now. Yeah, to install the tool, I will show you sudo apt get and what we do install. Let's say SAM tools. Give the password.
Oh, I think some mistake.
Unable to locate
Package
at
lists.
SAM tools. It will throw the error from them. Sudo aptitude command not found yet. Sudo apt get update. Everything is taken so hard is not. Other software. Give the password.
And if you like.
actually it is not able to see it properly. Settings. Now we can see. Okay, we'll see this error then later. I mean, it will take time. Okay. Yeah. So the internet surely will get something. So we'll continue with this tomorrow. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay then. Till then, practice. I'll share with you the manual. Okay.
Yes.
So have a nice day. Bye.